there, my name is Karen Carreras Hubbard, and I'm the coordinator of library services. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about accessing our eBooks, which are electronic books that you can read online. And in order to access them, you have to start somewhere, and where you need to start is the library page. So let me show you how to get to that. You scroll down from the college's main page to the bottom of the page, and you'll see a batch of links. You want to click BCC Library, and that'll take you here to the library page. On this page, we have the A to Z database list, which lists our ebooks, EBSCO ebooks, eBook Central, which is the old eBrary database, as well as our ebook collection page, which just lists a whole batch of different ebooks on databases. And then the other place is to search the EBSCO Discovery Service, which is in the middle here, by clicking Catalog Only, and I'll go into that in detail, searching EBSCO ebooks. I mentioned they're on databases. That is a collection of, it could be articles, in this case it's ebooks. The other thing I wanted to mention is our ebooks are scalable, which means you can look at them on an iPhone or on a handheld device, on a laptop, and they are totally readable. And the last thing is, please use Chrome if you normally use Firefox. So those are the important points. Okay, so to continue. And from there, you have a couple of choices. There's the A to Z database list. That's one way to get to our ebooks. So once in the A to Z database list, you can search by the different ebook collections we have, like EBSCO eBooks, eBrary, but we have more than that. So you can also go to subjects and go down to ebooks, and you'll see we have 6. They don't all begin with the word E, which is why I went to the subjects. But the ebook collection EBSCO, that will search all of our EBSCO collection, which includes the academic as well as the community college series. We have quite a number of these, and we add to them all the time. We also have eBrary, which is another ebook collection. eBook Central is the newer name for it. And this is different than the EBSCO collection. So if you notice, if I put my cursor over the title, it tells you a little bit about the different collections that we have. So again, these are scholarly books. Project Gutenberg is a free database of a library of ebooks, and it's mostly classic literature. So if you're assigned a Penguin type classic assignment, you have to read Dickens, you might find it for free in Project Gutenberg. It may not be the edition that you that might be on the shelf or in the bookstore, but it would if it's if it's a book, it's Dickens book, it's whatever he wrote. So most of your classics you can use Project Gutenberg for. Credo Reference is a cool database because it's a database of books, but they're all reference books. So think encyclopedias, handbooks, and guides. And then, of course, even Science Direct, we have all of their books in one place. Way to find ebooks is to go down to the Helm Library. So if I click that, and I want to look for just ebooks, I want to click this right-hand column and go down to Berkshire CC Online, because that will scope out to just our ebooks, and I'll do my search here. One issue with this is that it takes a little while, and it can be actually a few months, for our consortium to upload ebooks that we've recently acquired. So I would suggest that if you want to look for all of our ebooks, I mean, this is with 500,000, maybe this is just fine, but probably better to go to the A to Z database list. Another option is to go to this handy dandy link right here where it says ebook collections, and you could click again all EBSCO ebooks, or we actually have the EBSCO mobile app here, so you can click on that if you want to download it. How to download ebooks, and then eBraries right here, and then we also have like Project Gutenberg and a few other access to Boston Public Library, which also has ebooks that you have. That's a separate sign in that you'll have to create yourself, but it's another resource that you can go to. The last way to get to our ebooks is to click here. This is our discovery service, EDS. Click here and then click catalog only. But this is going to take you to the Helm catalog, which may not have all of the ebooks that are the most recent downloads, including our subscription too. So they do those periodically. So what I suggest is, really, if you're probably the best bet is either to go to the A to Z database list or to go over here to ebook collections. And I'll just do that. And I'm going to click all EBSCO ebooks here. So once I get into the EBSCO ebook collection, it tells you you're searching just the ebook collection, even though it is the exact same template that you will have seen, whether you're searching our articles or even EDS. It's pretty similar, the template. There's a few things that are different with than with EDS, but it's, at least for articles, individual databases, it's the same template. But it says you're searching just ebooks. You're not searching articles here. So one of the things you want to do, and it's the same thing like when you're searching for articles, I suggest signing into your My EBSCO. So My EBSCO is a completely different sign-in than your username and password for getting into your Moodle or getting into your your email. It is a specific sign-in just for EBSCO. And you'll notice that there are sign-ins for other databases as well, especially something like the Peterson databases, that the career databases, that kind of thing. The reason is because they're interactive. And because they're interactive, you want to be able to return to wherever you were. And so what would you be returning to? Well, in the event you did, let's say you had some recent activity and you want to see, well, where was I? What did I do? Or what did I save? Or what are my projects? Then you want to go into My EBSCO. Specifically for ebooks, it's useful if you're downloading. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sign in. If you have never created a My EBSCO account, you want to create one, so you'll click Create. And if you scroll down here, you'll see it's going to ask you to create a password. Anyways, it's, you could use whatever password. You could use the same password you use for your email if you want, but whatever it is, write it down so you don't forget it. So I'm going to sign in. So I'm just going back because I'm already in here. So sign into My EBSCO. My name shows up because I saved it. And so it'll take me in. And how do I know I'm in My EBSCO? Well, when I go ahead and click it again, it says my name, so I know I'm in there. So I'm going to do a pretty simple search here. Nothing too complicated. Native American. And when I do this, I wind up with a whole batch of hits. And I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to click this particular this particular book. A few things just to show you right off the bat is it gives me an abstract, a summary of what this book is about. 14 stories about of women who have excelled as leaders that are Native American women. It also gives me the Library of Congress subject headings here, which are a little antiquated because I notice they're still using the term Indian women rather than Native American women. Library of Congress is a little slow, but if you click on any of these, it'll take you to books on just that subject. But in this case, I'm going to go into this book, and it gives me some options for accessing. I could either look at it as a PDF or as an EPUB. So if I click the PDF, and you'll see how it looks, it loads like this, and I could click down if I want. It's one way to look at every page, or I could click here. That's a quicker way to look. I might want to search within here. So there is a little search button right here. Search within. That's a lot faster. So if I spell her name right, Ockett. It's right down there, so I'm probably going to see this rather quickly. Molly Ockett. And you can see every page that Molly Ockett is mentioned on shows up. And I could click on any one of these and it'll take me to that page. So I could search within the document, which is, one quicker way to go about um, looking, um, reading the book, and looking for something specific. Or I could read the whole book. I have the option to download it fully, just keeping in mind that PDF, which is what we're in, is best for desktops. EPUB is best for mobile devices, in which case, you do want to make sure you have Adobe Editions installed. So let's see what else. You could cite your sources, and so it does give me the citation formats. For some reason, it comes up with Brazilian first, but we have, let's say, MLA. I notice it's not giving you the indentations, which means that once you copy it to your clipboard and paste it, so that you could then put it into your bibliography, you're going to have to play with any indentation or any formatting. It also has APA. Sharing, this is important. In the old days with the previous templates, it had something called a permalink. So a permalink is different than this funny link on the very top. You see that where it says viewer, EBSCOhost, com, easy proxy, BKCC, Helm library. That you don't want to copy and you don't want to paste into, let's say, email to your professor if they want to know what you're reading or what you're, if you what you're researching. You don't want to put that into your Moodle because it's not going to take them to the actual ebook. This create a link will, and I could copy that to my clipboard and then I could send that. I could print. It allows me to print, I think the total is 60. It may give me a custom page range. In EPUB, I don't, I'm sorry, in PDF, I don't think it gives you the custom range in EPUB, but we'll take a look in a second. But a custom range would be this page to that page or whatever. I could close out of here if I don't want to do that. Number of pages. Okay, so here they limit it to 100. Some books limit it to 60, so it just depends. Again, I could go back to my table of contents. That's a search. And this gives me details, but it's just publication details. So those are some of the features when I am looking at this as a PDF. So I'm going to go next to look at it as an EPUB. So as an EPUB, I'm going to go ahead and click EPUB. And it looks a little different. I guess it's scaled to some extent, for mobile devices. And so I could see as I have to kind of click into a chapter rather than scroll through the entire work this way. So I can proceed. I have a lot of the same features at the top. I could search within if I want. So it lets me do that. Again, I'm looking at the table of contents right now. I can print, and it allows me current page and a chapter, but it doesn't look like it allows me to create my own span. So it's not going to let me do that. So it just seems to do that in the PDF. So I can't choose, page 26 to 35 or something. I have to go by whatever they have here. But I could situate myself to the pages I want, or to the chapter I want at least, and to print out the chapter. The PDF is still here, so I could, capture the PDF. My citations are still here, so I could capture those. And of course, the full ebook download is here. And again, it's, the same parameters. And I do have some options for how long. I guess this lets you take it out for as much as 4 weeks. This one looks like one that has unlimited users. So some of our, and it's the minority of our ebooks that do not have full users. It's the minority, and that happens when we buy ebooks. Sometimes the cost of the ebooks is such that it may be prohibitive, and that we can only have one seat, which means one person at one time could actually read the ebook. If we're doing it through our subscription, then everybody can read the ebook. But if it's one person at one time, then it may not be available to you at this moment. And it will tell you that. It'll say 0 of 1 copy available, or 0 of 3 copies available, or 2 of 3 copies available. If it doesn't say that at all, then it's unlimited users that are able to use it. So I think I've captured everything in a brief kind of overview of ebooks. I don't know if I mentioned, again, I will mention it. EBSCO ebooks seem to work better with Chrome than with Firefox. So if you don't see anything that allows you to do a full ebook download and you're in Firefox, then you might want to go over to Chrome. That was the problem that we were having, is that for some reason Firefox, it just wasn't playing nice with the EBSCO ebooks. So the next place I'll go to is I'm going to go over to our eBook Central or eBrary, show you how to use that. eBook Central, I'm going to go, oops, daisies, if I can get to it, right there. This was our most popular database when it was the only one we had for ebooks, and it's still a much loved and used database. So I'm going to type in the same, I guess I had done it earlier, Native American culture, same search terms. There's also an advanced search, so you could do that as well. Actually, maybe I will do an advanced search, because if you want to limit your dates, an advanced search is actually better with eBook Central. So if I go ahead and Control-V, paste that, and if I say I want it between 2015 and 2023, okay, so I'll do that. And so what it's going to bring up are more recent books, because otherwise you may get stuff that's really old. So this tends to be, I don't want you to get confused when you see some of the things they're giving you here on your left. On the left, that may be more all of the books that are within the collection, or selections of the collection that may not be your subject. So that's why I decided better to do the advanced search. So you can go ahead and do a full download. You can read it online. You can look at the table of contents, and so those are some of your chapters, some of your choices. I'm going to go ahead and I'll pick one of these. Let's see. So all looks good. Let's try this one. Storytelling. Okay. So some of the options that I have here, I can read it online if I choose to. And one really neat feature that eBook Central has is I could search within the book. And one way to do that is to type a term in here, and I'm going to type Massachusetts. If I can spell it, I just live here. Pay taxes here. I should be able to spell it. There we go. And you want to click this little arrow here. This is really important, because if you hit the search button, it's not going to search within the book. And as I scroll down, I could see all the places where they mention Massachusetts. So if I click this right here, the coming of the Europeans on page 115, they mention Massachusetts. On page 116, they mention Massachusetts. And that may be it. They may not be a lot, but they do mention, And if I go over here, let's see, if I go ahead and click it, usually, they highlight it on the page. Just trying to get to that. There we go. They do highlight it on the page. And right here, these are your page. I should have been clicking these. These are your page where you can turn your pages up here. Instead of down here, it's up here in eBook Central. But there you could see Massachusetts is mentioned in relation with the Abenaki. So I could cite it. This is for citations, MLA, APA, Chicago, close that. I can print it, print PDF, let's see what else, chapter download, full download. So, I mean, there are choices that you have with this. And again, that search is really useful to be able to do that search. Downloading the book is another option that you have. You could go ahead and do that if you'd like. Share a link of the book. That link would be your permalink. So that's the same as the permalink that you had with eBooks Central. I mean, with EBSCO. This is the eBook Central. This is very similar to the permalink that you had with EBSCO. So, and again, I don't recall there being an issue, as much of an issue with Firefox and eBook Central, but again, if you have the option of using Chrome, then I would suggest using Chrome. So that's kind of just a brief overview of how to get to our ebooks and how to search them. Just a suggestion. So thanks so much. And if you have any questions, let me just go to the library page real quick. So you can reach us in a variety of ways. We have our chat box, and that's usually on between 9 o'clock and 3 or 4 o'clock every day. We also have a text availability, and here's the text number if you'd like, 9 till 3. I guess we have our times there. Our hours are usually down below library fax, and we do have library fax, and then various phone numbers that you could reach us on. Let's see. What else do we have here? You can reach us. You could meet with a research reference assistance librarian by clicking "Meet with a Research Reference Assistance," and that is a Teams environment. So just so you know, you'd be connecting to us via Teams, setting up an appointment. You could come in. So just a quick note, I tend to be more of a generalist. I've been here for like 23 or 24 years, and I do answer all questions on all subjects, but we do have another reference librarian. I'm the coordinator. She's the reference librarian, really. And that's Andrea Robert, and she handles specifically the sciences. So if you have nursing questions, she would be more than happy to help you with those. Third librarian that we have is Eleanor Gerlach, and Ellie will help you with anything with its archival and just general reference questions as well. So that's just kind of a general overview. And one last note is, as EBSCO creates new videos on their brand new template, I will be posting them on our website. So the ones that I've created are specific to BCC, but the general ones are also very good because they cover some things that I haven't covered here. Okay, but anyways, thank you so much for watching this brief introduction to our EBSCO ebooks and the new template. Take care and good luck on the semester. Thanks.